Well, I'm going to do an introduction for the class. So this is BUS 108 Personal Financial Planning, and I think you'll find it enjoyable. I think you'll find that we'll cover some topics and some things here that will help you out for hopefully your lifetime. That's my goal, is that the things you learn here will benefit you throughout your lifetime and give you some good tools and information to help you put together a budget and a plan and hopefully build wealth and have the lifestyle that you want. That's really the whole point. So I just have the class open here just under the resources tab. I just want to show you there's several worksheets here that are provided by the publisher, and I typically will go over a couple of these depending on the chapter that we're looking at. I might show you one on screen. Some of these we'll use for homework to help you do the homework, which is in Cengage now. Others you can just use for you personally if you want to, or just there as more informational. But just be aware that they're there. Not every chapter has them. I've given you all the ones that the publisher has provided to me. They're all out here. But I'll talk about those more when I cover each chapter. Everybody needs to have access to Cengage now. That is actually how you will access your book. So I'm having everybody do all the homework in Cengage now, and you can also access your book in Cengage. And you can just read the chapters there, and the appendixes and everything is right there. So your homework is, for every chapter, there's some homework problems to do and a quiz, and then there's some tests also throughout the class. So it's just everything's in Cengage. It's either a quiz, homework, or a test that you'll be working on. Everything I may do on a weekly basis. Basically, every Sunday night in January, I've got something due. If you want to work ahead, by all means go for it. Don't let me slow you down. If you just want to plow through this and get it done and enjoy the rest of your J term, by all means do it. You don't have to follow my schedule. You can go faster than what I have set up. Everything's available for you to do now. Just you do this based on your schedule. It works for you, just as long as you're meeting the deadlines every week. But you can go faster if you want to. So all the PowerPoints are here too. I'll do a lecture for every chapter where I'll just kind of go through the highlights of the PowerPoint in the chapter, but it's really important you read the chapter. Read the book, make sure you're good with the chapter and what's in it. So again, when you get into Cengage, you'll get into the book. You can get into, I just have Cengage open. It's from my view that you'll see right here. But you can get into the book, get into the Mind Tap reader right here. That is how you will get into the book and start to read your chapters. So that'll slowly load, but that is what you'll look at to read the chapter. The actual book is kind of expensive, so by no means am I expecting anybody to buy the actual paper book. You're much better off just buying Cengage, which gives you access to the homework and the ebook. So here it popped up now, and you can start to click on the different parts, and you can just do searches and you can find the chapters and so on. So I'm guessing a lot of you have used some ebooks in previous classes, so but it's all right there. So now you can go through and look at these chapters and so on. The homework then, as I mentioned before, I'm recording this before January 1, and so I didn't set these up to be available till January 1, so I can't show you student view. But just know that as you go through here, all the homework, I've got basically everything's organized by certain dates, again based on Sundays. So you've essentially got every Sunday night, just think I've got a whole bunch of stuff due. We're doing something for every chapter of the book. There's 15 chapters, so with every chapter you have homework and a quiz, and then you've got some tests that just kind of based on groupings of chapters throughout the class. So, but Cengage now, everything for homework, you do it here. A couple of Word documents I opened that are available to you in the handouts. This is the syllabus. I know this is kind of small, but you can just open this up on your own if you would like to. My email is right here. My phone number is right here. It's okay to text me if you would prefer to text me. I'm realizing that as I open this was a ground class last year. Clearly it's online this year, so we don't physically meet. Don't worry about that. But excuse me. If you've got questions about anything homework-wise or just anything without the class, please email, text me, call me, If you're on campus and want to visit with me, just let me know. We'll set up a time. Just know that with it being J-term, my hours might be a little bit abnormal. So if you want to get a hold of me, probably best just to find out when I'll be here, and we'll set up an appointment to get together and visit. But so I just want to show you that just in terms of the syllabus, and there's all the basic stuff that's always there. At the very last page of the syllabus is the class schedule. This just kind of shows you what is due and when, again, based on Sundays. So the first Sunday is January 8th. I've got a few chapters worth of material sitting there ready for you, and so on. Again, everything's ready out there for you. You can work on it whenever you want, just so you meet the minimum deadlines here. Okay, so I just wanted you to be aware of that. And then there's a Cengage Now document that I put out there. I'm going to email this to everybody too, so by the time you listen to this, maybe you've already received the email from me. But just click on this link. That will take you to the Cengage login screen. You'll have to buy access to the book. I believe it's around $130 or so. The course code for my class is at the bottom right here, so probably best just to copy and paste that into the appropriate box on the website when you go and do your registration. But anyways, this is what you'll want to click on, and then pay for it using credit card, debit card, PayPal, and then this is your access code. Again, around $130 to get into it. That includes the ebook, access to homework, all that good stuff. Okay, and then just getting back into our class, just want to go on, click on the a couple more things I want to click on for you here is just the links section right here where it says links. And in here I have several, once it gets there, several links that you'll find interesting. Certain chapters, we'll take a look at these closer. Kelley Blue Book is a way to value a vehicle. Bankrate is a good website to calculate the cost of a mortgage. Kiplinger, used car buying guide. Trulia is real estate. Bankrate has several loan calculators, and Yahoo Finance. Anybody who's had me in a class previously knows I like Yahoo Finance. All the chapter lectures will be here. I just have one posted right now. I'm getting more out there. So every lecture, for every chapter, I'll have something here. Some chapters will have more than one. Some will have just one lecture. Some might have two. Just, again, me going through the highlights and a little bit of the homework for each chapter. Hopefully you find the class interesting. I don't think it's super hard, which is okay. It's a 100 level class. It's more about learning things that will benefit you for a lifetime as opposed to trying to be super challenging. So think of it from that perspective. I'm not trying to trick you. When you do the homework in Cengage, I set these up to have unlimited attempts. So you just keep working the homework as much as you want to. The point is to get full score. As for the homework, the quizzes are one shot and they're timed. They're 30 minutes. But the homework itself, you've got unlimited attempts. Just keep doing it as much as you want to get the highest score possible. That's really the whole point of this class to me, is that if you do the work, you'll get a good grade. It's really that simple. With the quizzes, of course, you have to do a little bit of studying, understand the concepts. The quizzes are mostly based on the terminology of the class. There's very little number crunching in the quizzes. Same with the tests. They'll be heavier on terminology. The homework is where you'd be doing the number crunching, clearly, but the quizzes and tests will be more skewed towards the terminology and the concepts as opposed to crunching numbers. Okay, so it's just a basic overview, and again, if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. The class will go fast. Clearly the month of January is going to breeze right by, so don't fall behind. Try to stay up with it. If you just follow my schedule every week, you'll be just fine. Probably expect some chapters, the homework might only take you half an hour. Some might be more like an hour. Typically reading a chapter, listening to the lecture might take you roughly an hour to hour and a half. Homework hour, half an hour to an hour probably for most chapters. So per chapter, just think, if you gave yourself 2 hours a day of study time, you probably would be okay. So just if you're trying to think of how you fit this class into anything else you're doing during J-term, if you gave yourself 2 hours per day, most likely you'll have enough time to get everything done and do well in the class. So again, if you have questions, just let me know. Thanks.